Hi, my name is Stephanie Salmon, and I'm the PI of the Reflect program at the University of Portland. Reflect stands for Redesigning Education for Learning Through Collaborative Teaching. Our program started 3 years ago when we all decided that what we really needed to do was look at how we could enact our vision for teaching and learning at the University of Portland. What would it look like if teaching were celebrated the way research is celebrated, if teaching were valued the way we celebrate and value research? So we started a program funded by the National Science Foundation, and we're very grateful for their support. What you're about to experience at our symposium is the culmination of 3 years of work. We have done some interventions with STEM faculty around evidence-based pedagogical practices, and we've created protocols for peer observation of teaching for formative assessment. We're trying to give people an idea of what it might look like to practice and enact changes in their curriculum based on good, solid teaching that has a basis in evidence to be effective for all students. I want to share my screen. I'm not very good at this, but I want to show you one of the things that we're going to have you work on as part of the symposium. So the Carnegie Foundation has this classification R1, R2 for universities, but there isn't such a classification for teaching. We kind of wonder if that's because it's more of a binary, like who doesn't want to be a T1 university? But in order to really talk about what that looks like, we have to think about what it means. We center a lot of our work tying it to the Cacao framework for institutional and systemic change, and we'll give you some resources on that. And also a paper by several people, including Andrea Beach and Charles Henderson. And that paper talks about ways in which we can affect change. And we like to think about it as this Cartesian coordinate system or grid. Those of you who are math people will know what I mean by Cartesian coordinate system, and grid sort of applies to all those STEM folks out there who aren't going to be math people. That's okay. So we look at where change happens from a prescribed and emergent spectrum and from an individual to environments and structure spectrum. And one of the things that you'll be asked to do is put some Post-it notes on these Jamboards about what kinds of things you might see that would affect change and where they fall in these quadrants. What we know is that to really enact sustained change, things need to be spread out among all 4 quadrants. We know that top-down pedagogical instructions don't really last long. We know that single individuals can't affect systemic change. And so we're trying to look at education as a system, STEM as an integrated system of different disciplines, and how we can affect change across the board. As you engage in this work, we really hope that you will attend to all the things that make your teaching identity important to you and to your students and tell us what they are. We're really interested in how this happens in other institutional contexts. And we're going to continue this work even after our NSF funding ends. I want to make sure I take a moment to thank my co-PIs because this work has been incredibly challenging and also very, very rewarding and fulfilling. Heather Dillon is now at the University of Washington, Tacoma. She's in mechanical engineering. Valerie Peterson and Carolyn James are in the math department at the University of Portland with me. Tara Prestholt is in the biology department at the University of Portland, and Eric Anktel is in the education department at the University of Portland. And together we've done this work starting in 2016 with the proposal writing, and it's going to culminate in this symposium. Our sort of mantra is your teaching matters, make it matter more. And we want you to think about that as you consider your engagement with our symposium. We anticipate that this work will continue for a long time, and we hope that you'll reach out if you're interested in our protocols or in talking with us about the interventions that we've done. We hope that you have like-minded individuals at your institutions who can help you with this work, and we are here to support you. We know that this work doesn't happen without a lot of support. I'm really happy that you're joining us for this symposium. It's really important to us, and we're very excited to meet you all. It seems like our intention was not to do this virtually, and we know that that's going to be a challenge that is going to face education for a long time, and we're hoping that we can face that and really do some solid work. We look forward to meeting you. If you have questions, reach out, and we look forward to seeing you on the 31st. Thanks so much.